Welcome back to the shed, everyone. I believe, if I got my count right, we have 15 items going out of here tomorrow for around $340, and we have sold something on all 4 platforms we sell on: eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and even Amazon. And I think Amazon, there were 3 items. There was 10 over on eBay, and then there was 1 on Mercari, 1 on Poshmark. Some pretty decent items going out. Not a lot of stuff that takes up a lot of room in here, but I'm not going to waste your time. Let's get right into it. And our very first item is a t-shirt that we picked up last year in that large bulk lot that we bought. We spent $600 on 300 shirts. And this right here is a Hot Leathers size large shirt. This is 2015 Sturgis, but it is still brand spanking new, even though it's 8 years old, y'all. And right now is the beginning of motorcycle season around here in Eastern North Carolina, and it probably is for anybody in like the North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina, Georgia area. You know, things are starting to warm up and people are getting out riding their bikes. But anyways, we have $2 in this shirt, y'all. And it's sold for $25, but it's sold on Poshmark. And when you sell on Poshmark, there's a 20% fee. Now, I jacked my price up a little bit because I would normally ask like $23 for this shirt. But at $25, Poshmark gets to keep $5 of that, y'all. So it takes us down to 20, and then there's shipping over there on Poshmark, priority shipping. So our actual earnings from Poshmark are $12.03. Now, you got to subtract the $2 we paid for this, so we're down to $10.03, but still, I only paid $2 for that shirt, and it's just been sitting in a tote for a while, y'all, so I will take the $10 made off of that right there. Next one on the list is from Mercari, and this is the only sale we had over there in the last 2 days. This is a Disney Pixar Buzz Lightyear. This is brand new in the package, and y'all, we had a used one of these that was my daughter's, and it sold faster than this brand new one right here. And there was only like a $5 difference. But anyways, I believe we paid $12 for this. That's what's on the Walmart tag on it. But 12 bucks we paid for that, and it sold for $30. But the buyer is paying the shipping over there on Mercari. I think they're paying UPS shipping. It's like $11 and something. But so if we paid 12, got 30, that means they're going to take $4 or so from us. So we're still going to make some money off of it, but I'm glad to see this thing go because it does take up a little bit of room. And over on Amazon, we sold 2 more of these facial cleansers here. This is AFFLIATE. These were picked up at Walmart on clearance, and as I've said, I don't know how many times already, I don't know if we paid $2 or $1 for these things. I think we found them at one Walmart for $1, and then the other Walmart we saw them for $2 and picked them up. But each one of these sold for $9.99 over on Amazon, and we had to pay the shipping on that and the fees, so we're really not making much money. We might double our money at best on those. Another Walmart clearance item, y'all. These right here, you will notice there is not a tag, a clearance tag anywhere on them. Well, we picked these up on hidden clearance, and they were $1. And when we found out these things were $1, we went out searching for them at all the Walmarts that were close to us. So we didn't find a lot of them, but the ones we did find, we listed them over on Amazon. And these things are selling for $14. And when we ship these, we can ship these first class, or we can ship them UPS at their lowest rate, which is like $3.62 or something like that. So we are making some money off of those. $1, y'all, we spent on those things, and we're probably making close to $10 on these things. I think maybe $9. Now we're going to bring it over to eBay, where we had 10 more sales. And the first one is a Wii U game. It is The Voice I Want You. And this here does not really have a manual with it. It does have a little piece of paperwork in there and a good condition disc. And there's nothing wrong with the case or anything. I picked this up at thrift store I go to at lunch all the time when I on my lunch break from work, and I think I paid $2.50 for it, and it sold for $11.99. This here is a lot of 4 Nintendo NES cases. These are just clear protective cases. You can take your NES games and put them with your instructions in here, or your little booklet that came with them. And I picked these up along with, I think it was 5 other ones. Or was it? I don't know. I can't remember if it was 9. I think it was 9 of them all together, but I already sold 5. And this lot of 4 sold for $20.99. And I picked them up in a Facebook Marketplace meetup. I got a bunch of stuff from a guy for $100. And I believe the 5 that I sold for like $25 or $26. And then these sold for $20.99. And this right here, y'all, this shocked me. I believe this was my daughter's, and my wife decided to list this thing up, and lo and behold, it sold. It is a set of foam nunchucks. I don't remember where they came from, but they're foam nunchucks. And these things, y'all, sold for $6, and the buyer is paying the first class shipping on them. Then we have a Xbox 360 game that I picked up in another Facebook Marketplace pickup. I bought a Wii U from a guy with a GameCube and an Xbox Special Edition 4GB Xbox 360. But anyways, this was one of the games that came in there. This is Midnight Club Los Angeles, and it's the case. It has a really good condition game, has the manual, and it has the map in here. So it is CIB or complete inbox, and it sold for $14.98. Y'all, I am trying to remember where I picked this thing right here up. I actually got 3 of these for $4.99, and they are cordless foam batteries. These are Rayovac. The part number is RAYM182. And this one by itself sold for $14.20 with free shipping. First class item, very, very cheap to ship. And like I said, I got 3 of them for $4.99. Now this right here is something I wouldn't think somebody would want to buy used, but apparently there's a market for it. This right here is a Comfo Array neck pillow. I don't know what's so great about it, but it's like a memory foam type pillow. And this thing sold for $19.63, and the buyer is paying $10.20 shipping on this thing. And it says we paid $1.50 for this. My wife must have picked this one up, because I probably would have never looked that thing up. That was a great pickup. Now, this is something right here that we do not pick up a lot of. We picked up a few of these a year and a half or so ago, and because it looked like the comps, those things were selling good. And the product is Build-A-Bear. Y'all, we do not pick up many Build-A-Bears anymore because they're just slow sellers for us. I don't know if you have to have those super rare special ones out there, but so far the ones we picked up, even though they had clothes and stuff on them, they did not sell well. They just took way too long. But this one right here, I don't know where it came from. I think my wife picked this one up. This is a Calico Cat Build-A-Bear. I don't know what year it's from. I haven't even looked at the tag on this thing. It sold for $23.25 with free shipping. And my wife has sold another one of her Scentsy items. She picked up a bunch of Scentsy items a while back when Scentsy had like a huge like flash sale on their website. And she bought these guys right here. This is Pumbaa Scentsy Buddy, and it has, you know, one of the little fragrances you can stick inside of it. And she paid $12.50 for this. And y'all, I don't remember how much money she spent on that lot, but we're pretty much into making profit on that now. And this one right here sold for $31.25. and the buyer is paying $11.45 shipping on that thing. So great little pickup. That was in a video that I believe I titled it, "My Wife is a Retail Arbitrage Genius," I think. But if y'all want to see that, where she picked up all these things, and I went over what all we got, just look down there under my other videos and you can find it. Then we have an item that we picked up, not in this most recent Pennsylvania trip, but the Pennsylvania trip we had 2 or 3 months ago. These are a pair of Skechers. These are size 10, and they are number 50877. These are shape-ups. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of those, but these things sold. Oh, I got to tell you what I paid for it. Sorry. I actually paid up for these. My wife found them, and she asked me, because she was on the fence about paying $15 for these. And I looked at it, and I said, well, they do look like they sell. And I left it up to her, and she got them. 15 bucks is what she paid. And y'all, like I said, that's been 2 or 3 months ago. And these just sold full asking price, $39.95. And the buyer is paying $14.05 priority shipping for that. And you know, y'all know I'm going to make $1 or so off of my shipping also. And that's something I did want to talk about. I saw one of my subscribers, Found by Chance, had put something up about getting more shipping boxes and stuff, different sizes. That's something I want to talk to y'all about. If you're doing first class shipping, then yes, I would buy 4x4x6 boxes, 8x8x4 boxes, 8x8x6 boxes, and you may find some other one in there, like an 8x8x8 or something like that, that fits some of the stuff you buy. But most of my first class items go out in those size boxes, or they go out in like something like this, these little bubble mailers right here. And then, of course, we keep a whole bunch of these little poly bags around to ship stuff out into. And that is what we use for our first class shipping. And we even have some really big bubble mailers down here that we use if we have a really light item, but it's big. But that's what I wanted to mention to y'all, was if it's first class items, then yes, buy your own boxes for that, or find somewhere locally that you can get boxes from, whether it is a local Walmart, maybe you know somebody that works there that can get you some boxes, or if it's like a local Dollar General, just any local business that might let you have some of their boxes before they you know, send them out to get compacted and recycled, because technically you are recycling them. And maybe even at your business, at your job, wherever you work, you know, maybe you're getting packages in every day and you can bring those boxes home. Now, when it comes to heavier items, what I choose to do is have my buyer pay the shipping. That is why I always use calculated shipping on my larger items. And that way, I can use priority mail. If I get them to pay for priority mail, then I can use this big old box, or boxes like this, or these smaller boxes right here. And then we always have my favorite, the shoe box. And all this stuff, y'all, is free from USPS. All you have to do is go on their website and order it. That's all you have to do. They will send it to you absolutely free. Now, when you're paying priority shipping, they're counting that box price in there. But you are having the customer or your buyer or your purchaser, they are actually paying for the shipping. Now, why not use that free box to you and let the consumer pay that postage on that? That's how I save money. The only time I don't use a priority box for something large, something heavier, is if I'm going to ship it FedEx or UPS, because you're not supposed to use priority mail boxes for UPS or FedEx. So that's how I save some money on shipping supplies. Other ways I I save on shipping supplies is I try to keep all my old like Walmart, Dollar General bags and stuff. And y'all can see I have a large bag over here that is full of Walmart, Dollar General, Target bags and all that stuff. And I actually have more of these in the house. And then I have showed before that I get a lot of bubble wrap from a local pottery dealership or pottery retail store. My mom picked some of that stuff up, and we keep filling that box up. Y'all, I'm getting boxes from work. I'm getting boxes from friends. I'm getting paper from work. I'm getting paper from friends. I keep any old newspapers and stuff I can get my hands on. If you know anybody that gets the newspaper delivered to their house, ask them, can you get their old newspapers? I use all this stuff. I try to recycle as much stuff as I can, not because I'm going green, but because it saves me some green. All right, that's why I do what I do. I only use what boxes I have to purchase. The rest of it, I get it for free wherever I can get it. And y'all, there's nothing wrong with asking people. Don't be scared to ask somebody, can you have their old newspaper? Can you have their old bags? Can you have their old boxes? Y'all, that's how you save money. You know, we're not making a killing over on all these platforms, and this is the best way I know to save a little bit of money. But just some tips, y'all, on how to save some money. And yes, I do recommend getting a thermal label printer. For the longest time, we were using whole sheets of paper, and we were using an inkjet printer, and we were constantly running out of ink, and we would use a whole sheet of paper to print off a little label, and then we'd have to cut it and then put it on the box and then stretch tape out and put that label up there. It was tiresome, and it was using paper, so it was costing us paper. It was also costing us ink, and it was costing us time and tape. I mean, that adds up. When you put 6 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches, you just use 18-inch off of that roll of tape. That might not sound like a whole lot, but when you do 100 packages a week, you are burning through the tape doing that, y'all. We switched over. I got a cheap thermal label printer. I mean, this thing is about as cheap as you're going to get. The name of it is a Funglam. That's the weirdest name. But there's other companies out there like Ventry that make ones just like this thing. We pay 60 or 70 bucks for it. And I may even have one down in my links down there. Hopefully it's in stock if y'all want to go check that out. But anyways, now that I've rambled enough about shipping and saving money, I'm going to show you this last item that sold. Yo, I went to a yard sale a right good while ago, and I picked up 3 of these gel insoles. These are from the company Rexall. I mean, they're pretty cheap. I probably had $1 or maybe $2 in like 3 of these things, and these have been listed for quite some time, and glad to see one of them finally sold. This one sold for $8.99 with free shipping, and of course it is a first-class shipper. And y'all, I will probably throw this in a bubble mailer and ship it out of here. No need for a box for that. It's pretty flexible. I don't think it's going to get damaged in a bubble mailer. But alright, y'all, that's what sold. What did I say? It was 15 items for about 340 bucks. Somewhere in there. A lot of this stuff we are going to pay the shipping on. So I'm thinking you can probably knock 40 bucks out of that 340 right off the bat. And then we have cost of goods, obviously, and then whatever our fees are. But still, for 2 days, that's pretty good sales. Today we have, I believe it's 12 items going out on eBay, and we have 2 items going out on Mercari. We did not have any sales on Poshmark or Amazon in the last 2 days. And we have, let's see, we have $389 going out on eBay and $31 I think it is over on Mercari. I still have a couple items that I have to pull, so I'm going to show y'all where they're at in the shed, and we're going to pull them. And I don't really have a topic for today, so at the end of this video, I might actually show you some of the boxing we're going to do tonight. Probably not going to show you all the boxing of all 14 items, but I can show you how we ship a couple of things. But let's get started with the 2 items we have over on Mercari. And the first one is this Nostalgia My Mini Lava and Bunt Cake Maker. This is a teal color, and you can see right there, you just make little bunt cakes in it. But we picked up a whole bunch of these things, y'all, from Walmart like a year and a half or so ago, and we paid anywhere from like $1 to $3 for these things. So I don't really know what we had in this one, but it sold for $16 with free shipping. And the only reason we're selling these things for like $16 with free shipping is because we're trying to get rid of them. I had to go in my attic to get this. I have one of my large totes that is full of these things, so we're trying to get rid of them. I think we were asking like $18 for these, and we're taking offers on these things on Mercari, Poshmark, eBay, wherever somebody sends us an offer. 16 bucks, free shipping. Next item is some old vintage bed sheets, and I got these at a recent estate/yard sale. These were out in the barn. I picked up 3 different sets of sheets. We recently sold two of them in a lot together, and this was the last one I had left. This is a full bed size fitted bottom, and yeah, there it is. Sears Roebuck, made in the USA. I don't know what year these things are from, but they're older. And just like the other ones that I'd recently sold, these, even though they are still in the plastic on these has like really small holes in it. And I think they came from the factory like that. And I guess it has allowed some moisture to get in at some point or something. I don't know. They have small dots on them, like these little brown dots. And I put that in my description. I showed it in the pictures. I put it in the title. So hopefully I won't get a return on these. I did not get a return on the ones that sold on eBay. So hopefully my Mercari buyer also likes the sheets. Now, these, y'all, I probably paid $1 for them, and they sold for $15 with free shipping. And they weigh in at a little over a pound, like 1 pound and 3 or 4 ounces. So I may put these in a flat rate bubble mailer, which is a padded envelope. I may put it in there and pay whatever that rate is, or I may see what Parcel Select costs me, but it may be more cost effective for me to use the Priority Mail bubble mailer, because that's free to me. It's not costing me anything. You know, if I send this Parcel Select and I use one of my bubble mailers, then that's costing me money. So we'll see. And next up is an eBay item that we're going to have to go up on the ladder to get. It's one of my Jeff Gordon items. So let's see. Alright, y'all. It is going to be in this tote up here. And it is a billion dollar 2004. Is that? I don't think that's it. There it is, right there, $1 billion. You can see right on the hood it says billion. Alright, and put this other one up. We'll get back down from here. Alright, y'all, that did not sell for a whole lot of money. It sold for $7.59, and the buyer is paying $11.45. And the way I will ship that is I will use one of these Priority Mail shoe boxes right here, and I will put a little bit of bubble wrap around that thing and put it in that shoe box right there. And I love those shoe boxes for those items. I mean, those things are perfect to put those little Jeff Gordon cars in. It leaves you just enough space to put some bubble wrap on them, put a little bit of paper on this end, a little bit of paper on that end, and that way they don't get damaged. But like I said, it's $7.59, and the buyer is paying the priority shipping. And then we have another item that sold today that I've got to pull, and it is in Tote Z down here. Let's see if I can find this thing. I don't know how it's packaged. I think my wife actually packaged this. And while I'm in here, let me talk about something. This right here, y'all, This is a brand you buy at Walmart, Spy Sciences. Now this is not the one in question. This one's called Nova. The other ones we have are called Isla, I-S-L-A. And I want to talk about a little issue I have with that. And if they find that listing right there, they're liable to take it down. Well, just this week, I got a strike on Mercari and on eBay. I got I guess a slap on the wrist for a Vero claim from Spy Sciences saying that I was selling a counterfeit item. Well, y'all, it's not counterfeit because I bought it at Walmart and I have receipts for it. So if I'm selling it as counterfeit, then Walmart sold it to me as counterfeit. But those things got taken down on Mercari, and then the very next day they got taken down on eBay. And I am disputing with them right now. eBay doesn't even let you reply to the message when they tell you that. But they do give you the email for the contact person you need to get in touch with so you can try and fight it. So I reached out to them and I got an immediate response email, and it said they were going to look into it more and they may be contacting me. So I'm interested to see where that'll go. Y'all, I don't think it's right, and I wish somebody would stand up for us resellers. I don't think it's right if I buy something from Walmart and I have receipts for it. I should be able to use it or throw it away, or if I want to, set it on fire, or resell it on eBay or a yard sale or Facebook Marketplace or wherever I feel like it, because y'all, I paid for it. It's mine. It's my property. I don't understand how these companies can automatically have your listings taken down. Why doesn't eBay contact me and ask me to show, proof of ownership, or at least a receipt where I bought it? I don't really understand that, but it makes it really hard for me to buy stuff and then try to sell it. So now I'm probably going to have to take those things that I paid $5 or $6 each for, and I'm going to have to sell them at a yard sale here locally in my yard, or take it to somebody else's yard sale or community sale and probably sell it for like $2. I may get my money back out of them, but y'all, tell me what y'all think down there in the comments about these companies reaching out through eBay and Mercari, Poshmark, Amazon, wherever you're selling it. How do y'all feel about that? Once we own the property, shouldn't we be able to do what we want to with it? All right, I'm going to get off my soapbox. Y'all tell me what you think down there in the comments. I'm going to start back digging for these Lego items. All right, ta-da. I think that's the right ones anyways. So, alright y'all, this is a Lego Star Wars Mandalorian Battle Pack. There's some extra pieces in here, but it's an incomplete set at the same time. So, I don't know, y'all. Maybe somebody just needs this to add to their Star Wars collection of Legos. But this sold for $16.50 with free shipping. And I'm not even really sure where it came from. It may have been my daughter's. I have no idea. I have to ask my wife about that one. We sold a hat. It is a State Farm insurance hat, and it sold for $16.98. Not exactly sure where I got it. Probably had 50 cents or $1 in it. I don't normally pay much more than that for a hat. But while I got it in here, and I'm talking about it, it has collected a little bit of dust around the back of the brim right here, and a little bit on the back of it. And what I have here, y'all, is just a beard brush, is all this is. And I just take this little beard brush, I keep it out here in the shop, and before I send the hat out, I'll just take and brush any dust or anything off of it. That way, they're getting a new hat that doesn't have lint and dust all over it. But simple as that, just wipe it down. And this hat, I will put it in a 8x8x4 box that I get from wherever I get them. I mean, I think most time I buy my 8x8x4s on eBay. And if not, I'll catch a sale on Amazon sometimes. I have links, affiliate links down in the description if you want to use the same box as I do. Not trying to tell you to use them, but they're the best ones I found for the price. So, $16.98. This next item is a video game for Xbox 360, and this is from a repeat buyer. And this right here, I know I got it in a Facebook Marketplace lot. I just don't remember which lot I bought it in, but it is Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition, and it is complete. It has the cardboard sleeve, it has the case, it has the game, and it has the manual, and it sold for $14.99 with free shipping. Now this next one, y'all, I don't have it in my custom SKU, but I believe that I picked this one up at our community yard sale here in Beargrass last summer, or it could have been in the spring, I don't know, but I think I paid 50 cents for this thing. It is an American Tourister Escort. This is what you would call like a train, I guess, makeup bag or cosmetic bag, and it does have the combination lock on it. The lock is reset already to 000. And y'all, I can't remember right off the top of my head how you reset that thing, but it's something to do with this little slide piece right here. You can actually, I think you like move it in and reset it. I don't know, can't remember. I looked it up on YouTube a long time ago to figure it out. This thing actually has a little makeup bag inside of it, a small bag in there to keep like your lipstick and stuff in, but it does not have the cosmetic tray, the plastic tray that goes across here, so y'all keep your eye out for those. I could have got more money for this if it had that tray across there, and I'm not sure, but I think some of these had mirrors in them, and I don't know if that's why these little snaps are up top, but if this thing had a mirror in it and it had the plastic tray, I'm sure I could have gotten much more money for it. But still, even without those in there, I still managed to get $19.99, and the buyer is paying the shipping. They're paying $19.65 for priority shipping for that, y'all. Next up is a part out. This came from a KitchenAid, I can't remember what you call it, thing like a food grinder, and it is a nut and the tool to tighten the nut. The model is a FGA-2, and it sold for $10, and the buyer is paying the first class shipping of $4.90. Don't know what I paid for that food grinder, but like I said, I parted it out. Probably had a couple of dollars in it, y'all, and just this alone sold for $10, and the buyer's paying the shipping, so nothing else, I got my money back on that one. Alright, y'all, looks like we're going back up top. I got another item I got to pull up there. But this time, instead of going on loft B, we're going on loft A. Let's see if I can find this thing. It is up here with all of this crafting stuff. So I'm blocking the light, so I don't know if this is going to work out or not. Alright, it looks like maybe it's over here. I think this is the right one. Alright, let's go down and check. I don't know if this is the right one or not. It says New Hampton Art Mini Ink Pad Set. Blah, 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 blah. Maybe I can get a picture of the back side of it and make sure it's the right one. Hold on, y'all. Nope, it's a SP0153, and I have a 157. Alright, here we go, going back up. Alright, y'all, they're not in that box. This is not good. I hate it when I can't find stuff like this. Please be it. Boom, we have a winner. Alright, y'all, I think we got the right one this time. Anyways, these are Hampton Art ink pads. We picked these up from a local lady that was having a yard sale, and she was trying to get rid of all this crafting stuff. And these things are not great sellers, y'all. This one sold for $9.96 with free shipping. We probably got like 50 cents in it, so we're gonna make some money off of it. And next up, we sold 2 sets of Mickey, well, one I guess is a Mickey Mouse ear set, and the other one is a Minnie Mouse ear set. And these sold for $14.25 with free shipping. These were probably my daughter's if I had to guess. And here we have another one of those Scentsy items my wife picked up from the Scentsy store when they had a huge discount sale. This one right here is Disney Villains All the Rage. This is a large Scentsy warmer, and I believe it also has a scent pack in it. Well, she paid $19.50 for that, and it sold for $55.89. And the buyer is paying $19.35 shipping for that. Priority shipping, y'all. And since I'm using priority calculated shipping, then that means I'm going to get a discount on that, and I'm going to make a little bit of money off of that shipping for myself. Next up is a used cassette. This is the Dixie Chicks Wide Open Spaces. It is in good condition, no cracks or anything like that, and of course the tape works. And y'all, this thing sold for $7.49 with free shipping, and I have 10 cents in that. All the media that I pick up at one of the local thrift stores I go to all the time is 10 cents. Doesn't matter if it is a VHS, if it is a book, or if it is a cassette or a CD or whatever, they're only 10 cents. And I picked up a huge box in there one day, and I don't know how much I spent. Not much, but I got a huge box in there that's probably going to sit in here for years and slowly sell. And we have 2 more sales. And this one right here, I think we picked these up at Ollie's, and I think we paid like $2 for them. I don't have it in my custom SKU, so I don't know. And it's not, there is not a sticker on this, so I have no idea. I think it was $2. But anyways, this is a Bumblebee Transformer car, and it sold for a whopping $11.75. It is a first class shipper, so it's only going to cost $4 or less to ship that thing. So we are still going to make a little bit of money, but I want these things gone. They're taking up space and they're not selling. The last item is probably the biggest sale of the day. I don't know if we're going to make the most money on this one, but I picked up this Xbox 360 White Special Edition here, and it is complete in box. It does have the manuals, 1 controller, the power supply, cords, all that stuff, and I threw in 1 game. I think it was like Saints Row, what was it? Saints Row 4 I threw in there with it. And I probably got a little bit more money for it because it has the original box and stuff. It sold for full asking price of $105, and the buyer is paying $19 shipping. And again, this is one of those things where I do calculated priority shipping on, and then I get a discount on that shipping even after they paid. So I make a buck or so off of the shipping also. So y'all, that is a few items going out of here for 2 days worth. And what I said was about $420. Now, I have a little bit in this because when I bought this, I also bought a Wii U and a, what was it? I bought a Sega Dreamcast with it also. Got a bunch of different games, and my plan is to sell this, sell the Wii U, sell all the games, and keep the Sega Dreamcast for myself. So I'm pretty much not doing it for profit, except for getting a free console. That's the way I'm working that out. And with the sale of this, I'm well on my way to get my money back. Alright y'all, now I'm going to get set up over here, and I'm just going to package a couple things and let y'all watch as I do it. Maybe you got a question as to how I send something out, so I'm just going to film a little bit as I close the video, and I appreciate y'all being here, and y'all, I'll see you on the next one. Alright y'all, the first item I'm going to start with is this State Farm insurance hat, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in one of these clear poly bags right here. And I probably have a link down in the description somewhere telling y'all where I get these things from. But I just put it in there just to keep it from getting messed up in the box. Say for some reason it was delivered to the person's house and it was left out in the rain. I don't want the hat to get messed up. So I put it in that poly bag. And then I use one of these 8x8x4 boxes here. And like I said, link down in the description if y'all want to buy these same boxes. And I'm going to use my eBay tape. And y'all, I think I have a link down there for this particular tape gun. This is called Mr. Pen. Y'all, I love these tape guns right here. I don't know exactly how to explain them. All they have is this little bar right here with a spring on it that holds that thing in place. They're super easy to replace your tape. You just pull that thing out and pull it out and put another one in. Super simple, y'all. But I love these things. And another thing is, they're not quite as loud as these traditional ones here. So I just use 2 pieces of tape on these boxes on each side. I'm not into wasting all my tape. And then I'll fold my sides down and I will just toss that thing in there. And it sits down below. I don't know if you can see it, but it sits down below the top of it. So I'm okay with shipping that. If it was a taller hat, I would use an 8x8x6. That way it would protect it a little more. Alright. And on this side, since it's sealed a lot better, I'm probably just going to use 1 piece of tape on it. And then the other part of my process is I just go and set it over here on my scale, which y'all may or may not be able to see that, but I set it over here on my scale and I get my weight, which is 7.3. And then what I do is I just write on the top up here, you know, I write 7.3, or I'll just write 8 ounces most of the time, and I'll just put hat. And then I'll toss it over here to the side, and when either my wife or I do the label, we already know that's an 8x8x4 box, and it's an 8-ounce hat, so she doesn't have to ask me what it is, and I don't have to remember it. Next up, we're going to do this Jeff Gordon car right here. And like I told y'all before, I am going to use this Priority Mail shoebox here. This shoebox is from July of 2022. Now, we have been holding on to shoeboxes for quite some time. There was a time during COVID when these things were hard to come by, y'all. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to put me a piece of tape across the end of this thing. And that is enough tape to hold that thing down with that eBay tape. And then what I do is I take a little bit of paper and put it in the bottom of it. I just wad up a little bit of paper, shove it in the bottom. And then what I do is I get me some bubble wrap. And my bubble wrap comes from AmericanBubbleBoy.com. If y'all want to know where a good place to buy some is, that's where I get it from. And they have super fast shipping. Most of the time I get it in 2 days. At the most, it takes 3 days to get it here. But that's all I do right there, y'all. You could close these ends off, but I don't bother doing it. I just stick it right in there just like that on top of that paper. So I put it right on top of that paper, and then I will get me a little bit more paper and I'll put on this end. Just like that. And that's enough to cushion it. It might move side to side, but it's not really going to move up and down. It's not going to get hurt. And well, I grabbed this is the one I use mainly for Amazon because it's clear tape. I don't want to ship my stuff out with eBay tape on it, going to somebody from Amazon. And simple as that, that one's done. And like I said before, I'll just go over here to my scale and I will get the weight, which is 1 pound, 8.9 ounces. So I'll write 19 on it. And then I will just write Gordon. Now, if I had multiple Gordon cars, obviously I would put what car it was. But we also know the dimensions for this because it's a shoebox and I haven't cut it down. And if I don't remember, it's right there, y'all. So, pretty simple. How about this Dixie Chicks cassette? How do I do that one? Alright, I get one piece of bubble wrap. And y'all, I'm not going to take the time to cut a piece of bubble wrap. I'm just going to take this thing and I'm going to wrap it like that. Then I'm going to wrap it over. Then I'm going to wrap it again. And then I'm going to fold this piece over. And I will put just a couple pieces of tape on it to hold that bubble wrap down. And I'm going to throw it in here. That right there will keep it safe. No need to put it in a box. I know some people probably cringe when I don't put it in a box, but I haven't had any issues doing it this way. And then of course I just take it over here and put my weight on it, which is 2.9 ounces. So 3 ounces, and I'll just put chicks on it, and we'll know what it is. Now, I mentioned these sheets earlier, and I said I might use this padded flat rate bubble mailer here. Alright, so let's see how much it's going to cost me to ship it in this bubble mailer. I'm not even going to think about it too much, but I'm kind of curious. I want to see what the difference is in shipping it in that and shipping it parcel select. Right. I don't need y'all to see all this person's info, so I'm going to go in here, and I have copied their address, and we're going to open up another tab here. And we are going to go to something called pirateship.com. So I'm going to click on that. This is what I use for pretty much all of my shipping on Mercari if I'm paying for it. And what I'll do is I'll go right here and hit paste address. And then I will put their address in there. And like I said, I don't want y'all to see it. It will automatically fill it all in for me. And then I can put my dimensions in there. Since this is just going to be a bubble mailer, I'm just going to put the dimensions of it, which is going to be around 12 by, I'd say about 10. And then I'm just going to put how many pounds it is. It was 1 pound and 9 ounces, I think it was. And then we're going to click Get Rates. And it is telling me that my cheapest is $7.89. And that is doing it UPS ground. I can go priority mail cubic for $7.90. I can do parcel select ground for $7.95. But y'all, I can tell you that priority mail cubic is going to be my best bet. I'm going to go back a page and show you how much it is if I were to try to ship this in that flat rate bubble mailer. So here's what I would do if I was going to do the flat rate bubble mailer. I would click on this, and I would go down here and look for that bubble mailer. Flat rate envelope right there. So we're going to click Get Rate. So look at there. $8.30 is what it would have cost me to do that. That's kind of crazy. So I'm going to be better off doing the priority mail cubic for $7.90. And although I'm not going to be able to use this bubble mailer right here, what I can do is I can grab one of these boxes right down here, which is a 1097. I could also use a 1095, and I think a 1092 is one of the other ones that are these rectangular boxes. And I can put this in here and do it cubic, and it's still going to cost me $7.90. So it's still not costing me anything for the box, and I'm saving 40 cents by not doing the flat rate. So sometimes it's a good idea to look those things up. Now, 40 cents doesn't seem like a whole lot, right? But if you do that 3 times, you just saved yourself $1.20, right? That adds up after a while. Saving 40 cents and doing it 100 times, I mean, you're making what, 40 bucks? I mean, why not do it? Or you're saving yourself 40 bucks. How about that? All right. I think that's enough of the shipping for right now, because it's almost 10:30 p.m. and I need to get the rest of this stuff packed, and I don't have time for filming. But thank you if you stayed and watched that. If you have any questions about that, what you saw me do, or if you have any other questions about how I ship stuff, please leave a comment down below and I will get back with you. Thank y'all again for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.